Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today as we celebrate Foundation Friday. Today's reading came from truthunity.net. You can find the entire article there. This one really stood out to me because we're getting ready to read Lessons in Truth and do that as a book study at Unity Church of El Cajon. And this reading fits right in with it. This is called You Are Unfettered, Unbound, Triumphant, Glorious, Free by Martha Smock. We've done a couple of readings by Martha Smock. She had a long career as the editor for the Daily Word, 33 years actually. Martha Smock lived from 1913 until 1984, and because her parents were Unity, she was involved in Unity from the time of her birth. She frequently emphasized our spiritual nature and the divine power within each of us. This article is one of the Unity classics written by a legendary leader of Unity. Some of these articles date back as far as a century. Now, the language in this might seem a little formal, and the writers tend to masculinize, use masculine nouns and pronouns that were considered proper for their era. If we were writing it today, we might change it a little bit. So, no more ado. Here is the article by Martha Smock. Do you feel bound by what you have been? Bound by the past? Bound by your lacks? Bound by a picture you have created of yourself in your own mind, even in the mind of others? You can be free. You can be free from feelings of insecurity, from feelings of inferiority. You can be free from moodiness or depression. You can be free from dependence on anything in the outer for satisfaction and peace. You can be free because that is the way that God created you. The beginning of your freedom lies in your own mind. When you let go limiting and binding thoughts, you find that conditions, persons, or circumstances no longer have power over you. Do you think of freedom as a far distant, almost impossible dream? Do you ever say, someday I'll be free to do the things I long to do? Or someday I'll be free from pressures and responsibilities. Or maybe someday I'll be free to enjoy life. Does the freedom you hope for seem to elude you? The freedom to be all that God created you to be is yours, not someday, but now. Do not put off your freedom by thinking you can be free only if certain conditions change, or if a person changes, or by thinking that you cannot be free until the children are grown or the bills are paid. If you long to be free, think about the idea of having freedom to be. What do you want to be? What do you want to express? What do you envision for yourself and your life? You have freedom to be. You have the power through the Spirit of God in you to be all that you have longed to be. You have freedom to grow, to unfold, to express the God qualities within you. You have freedom to live your life effectively. You gain dominion over your thoughts, over your feelings, over the circumstances and conditions of your life as you hold on to the realization that there is a spirit in you that transcends all things. You are not bound by anything, any person, any situation. You are freer than you think. Step out on this freedom today. Let go of the thoughts and beliefs that have kept you in bondage, that have made you fear trying. It is not wrong to want freedom in your life, to live your life as you see best. God has created you a spiritual being. He has put his spirit in you. God has given you perfect freedom to grow and unfold. He has implanted godlike powers and abilities within you. Perfect love casts out fear. God is with you as perfect love. You cannot be afraid in the presence of God. You cannot be doubtful or anxious. You cannot be bound by what you have been in the past. You cannot be limited by what you have thought of yourself or what others have thought of you. Here in this moment, you are free. You are a child of God. You are standing on holy ground. Lift your thoughts above the limitations of your life. Let them transcend, for the moment at least, all that has seemed to bind you, to stand in your way, all that has frustrated you or made you unhappy. Meditate on the idea that there is a spirit in you that is unfettered, unbound, triumphant, splendid, glorious, free. You cannot help but respond to this transcendent vision. You will feel an inner freedom that has nothing to do with circumstances, with conditions, past or present, with what you have thought of yourself or what others had thought of you. You gain dominion over your thoughts, over your feelings, over the circumstances and conditions of your life as you hold to the realization that there is a spirit in you that transcends all things. The inner freedom you feel will sustain and uphold you as you go about the activities of daily living. You will feel free. You will be free, for you are spirit, unbound, unlimited, unaffected by circumstance, all wise, all loving, all powerful. Thank you so much for joining us today. I just loved that reading. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Tune in next time for something completely different. God bless.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.